Hello, hello, my beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette, the vintage paper girl. Welcome to my studio. I'm really excited each and every one of you is here. Thank you for watching, for coming and hanging out with me while we do some crafting. Okay, I'm super excited everyone's here. I'm going to be working on my collaboration challenge with Ooh La La Vintage Treasures. I have to get the card out because, you know, my memory is, crazy, right? So it's going to be Ooh La La Vintage Treasures, Red Hill Fiber, and Bird Barn Designs. And so this is the box that we needed to cover, and I have covered mine. I've done the best I could with it. And then this is my inside. Now I'm taking out all these goodies because they're going to be part of my design. So isn't this gorgeous paper? These papers are from Ooh La La Vintage Treasures. So I'm going to stand up so you can see I've got pearls everywhere, words, and this is my inside. So everything is completely covered. So there you go. Anyway, this is as far as I've gotten so far. I thought I would go ahead and, I just turned on my glue gun. I started it and then I thought, okay, I'll stop here and then I will work on this with you guys. So this is what I'm working on right now. Now I'm getting ready to add some dimension to the top of the box. I've obviously used the gorgeous digitals from Ooh La La, and now I'm looking to see what else I might want to put on here. So let's go. Now I'm thinking, so give me a minute here. How is everybody? Are you all good? Everything happy and fabulous and wonderful with you guys? I hope so. I know big graduation weekend. Gail Augustinelli, her granddaughter Addie graduated this weekend. Congratulations, Addie. Gail is my crafty sister and sister of the heart, and so, you know, I feel like Addie's one of mine. I know so much about her. I've watched her grow up over the last 5 or 6 years and become quite the young woman, talented young woman that she is. And I know she's going off to college in the fall to play volleyball, and I believe it's going to be in Denver. So awesome. Sad for Gail, but, you know, because she'll be so far away because they're very close. But you know, she's happy for her granddaughter. So anyway, congratulations, Miss Addie. Okay, so, and then I know a lot of you have grandchildren who have graduated and you got family visiting. Yay, Diane, I'm so excited your grandson and everybody's there visiting with you. Always makes me happy to hear they're coming to see their grandma. She has grandchildren in the military. Yikes. So thank them for their service for me, Diana. We're very proud of them, right along with you. Diana's a longtime follower of mine and a good friend and a fabulous customer and all of the rest. So, and then I have Cheryl and Stephanie, and you girls are fabulous. I love all of you. So I'm going to say hi to those gals today. So anyway, let's get a move on here. I just turned on my glue gun. This is a super hot, super fast glue gun. So I'm hoping, the only thing is I want to grab something to put that down with or I'm going to burn my hands because this is a hot, hot, hot glue gun. I'm kind of making a fun little bow here. Yeah, there we go. Do I have the shorter one? I have some smaller, excuse my reach. Oh goodness, let's see. Gosh, you guys, my hair's getting so long. It's in my face all of the time. I gotta call my hairdresser this week, and they don't call them hairdressers, my stylist this week, and get an appointment. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to put on this dimensional rose. It is made from, it's like a foam. I'm not really sure what it's called, but anyway, I love it. It's actually a bridal rose, and I want to put that right there. I don't use a lot of hot glue, but when I'm using, I could use Fabri-Tac easily. This would work just as well. But I thought this would probably be the best way. I'm going to have to move this towards me. I have it way out here for you guys to see, but I actually have to move it closer. I may trim that up a bit. It's too long, I think, so we'll see. It's something that I do as I go. Then I have, oops, I forgot to bring my tool over. Just a minute. Yeah, there we go. I need this one. I need my little cutters because these have wire in them. So, and these are pretty, I don't know if you can see them, they're iridescent roses. Well, I don't know if you can see the iridescence. Let's see if I could catch the light. Nah, it's not going to show them, but they are iridescent and they are stunning roses. Oh, there, you can see a little bit of it. There it is. Can you see it? Yeah, it's pretty, huh? So anyway, I like that because it kind of goes along. Now, this is a vintage piece of wedding dress that came from Doreen. This also came from Doreen. This is from my stash, and so are the pearls. But these are from what she sent us for our challenge. So let me flip this over. And the goal was to cover the box in the papers and then decorate so you could still see the papers, but then also add whatever embellishments we want to decorate it with. So I have chosen some dimensional roses I want to add on here. And many of you have not seen me do this part of it before. I don't do a lot of decorating on. And then I have some pretty pink ones I want to add. I may add this out in here. Sometimes I will take and flatten these on the table. It's okay if they get a little squished. It's fine because they're very, very, very dimensional. And so let me... And this is the part that takes longer. Don't know if I like that. I like the white roses, and it may just be that I want to clump them with that one or line them down the box. See, that's the thing. You can do a million things, and it's so hard to pick what you want to do. It really is. That one's really sticking up a lot. I knew where I wanted to put the roses, and then once I put the bow on there, it kind of changed my... I was thinking kind of a cascading rose kind of thing. You know, sometimes you have this idea in your head and you think, oh, it's going to be so gorgeous. And you do it and you're like, yuck, I don't like it. That I like, but I'm struggling now, guys. So it's not good when you hit a road block on your video because you can't just, you know, go, oh, well, you know. I think this is throwing me off. I'm going to get rid of that. It's under there, but it's just took over. There we go. That's a little bit better. I feel like that changed it back for me. Okay. Because I had planned to put a rosebud there. I see a spot for a rosebud right there. And my other one was going to go right there. Because you kind of just want to nestle them in and under and around and not make them the focal point. So that's what you want to do. And then I have all kinds of pearls and baubles and fun stuff to play with here. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, but I definitely want to use gold because I'm using gold. I don't think I want that one. What if I add some of the bigger rhinestones on there? Yep. These are antique rhinestones in these packages. Some of them on here are too. Let me see what else I've got in here. This is one of my favorite little bit boxes full of jewels and gorgeous things to play with. I have several of them. Let's see, we have hearts and big pearls. Ooh, we've got all kinds of goodies to play with here. Oh, I like the hearts too. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, I definitely like these bigger stones, but this one's gotten damaged, I think. Come on, move around in there. I don't know, that one's not looking healthy. So let's see about cutting a few off here. What are you guys up to? Or is everybody on vacation, hanging out with your family? Or we're not doing anything. We're still dealing with the whole thing for Greg. And he actually started getting a second set of blisters on his arm and his neck. So he was on his chest and his back, which that seems better, but he has a lot of nerve pain there. But now he's dealing with some pain again with the new nerve bundle. That's really pretty. I like that. Okay, I don't know if I want to use that, if I'd rather use Fabri-Tac for this. Let me see. You know, I have tweezers somewhere. They fall down in my little box here. They weren't. Oh, I knew they were here. I knew they were here. All right. Yes, this takes longer than hot glue, but sometimes the heat on the rhinestones really messes with them. And so I don't want to damage them. I kind of think I like these where they are, so I'm debating on what to use, whether I'm going to use hot glue. Maybe, I guess I will. You get instant stick, you know. I don't really like that under the leaf. I'm going to move it out, which is part of the reason I did not use hot glue on the stones, because I wasn't real sure about where they're going to go yet. Oh wait, I want this other one. Notice I do things in threes. This is the big one, 4. So we've got to come up with something that gives it an odd count, because otherwise your eye's going to get lazy when it looks at it. Now, why did that get all weird? Okay. Let me see if I want to do more. So I was trying to think of anything exciting happening. Not really. We didn't really do anything for Memorial Day last week. other than do a little barbecuing for ourselves. Nothing exciting. We didn't see the girls. They are getting ready to finish up their school year. My oldest granddaughter is taking her finals. I don't know what the youngest one's doing, but I would imagine she's a busy girl too. She is a straight A student. We're super proud of her. That would be Lizzie B. And she's a junior higher. Oh, she's also in color guard. Very active in her color guard. Very good at it. So, all right, I do like that. Now the question is, do I want to add any pearls? And the flatbacks I have are pretty big. Let me see. I have some littler ones, but I don't know. Sometimes handling these little things are so doggone fiddly. I don't know if I want to add pearls at this point. I think I'm okay with this. I want to keep it somewhat simple. Okay. I think I will keep it there for the moment, and then we'll see where we go with this. Put all this stuff back in here. I'm being attacked by strands of stuff. Okay, I'm going to put those off to the side. Put that up there. Let's put those in there. Put this up there for the moment. I'm just going to put away a couple things because it's kind of crowded on my desk right now. Okay, these are a no for the... Oh, what have I got over here? Do I have anything over here I want to use? Another bit box. A lot of antique vintage stuff. Sometimes I buy little bundles of things and you don't know what you're going to get, you know? So that's kind of what those have been. I don't want to put them all away just yet because I think there are some things that I'm going to want to use. So that's the top of my box for the moment. I can do more here. I thought about putting a applique there. I do have some, but I don't know. I've gone back and forth on it. This was one of the appliques that were sent. But I'm just very undecided at the moment. Oh, yeah. I was thinking about adding... one of these little scrumptious, that's the word, it's not scrumptious, scrumptious. I know I could say that. Things on the box. I may put that up there. I'm not real sure yet. If I do, I'm going to want to turn that pin to the back. I don't want to see it. I may be holding everything together, but I don't necessarily want to see it. And I could just glue that up there, but that's so controlled and this is so shabby that I don't know, you know, if that looks good or not. I'm really undecided. Excuse my arm a minute. I need to move some stuff. There we go. The other thing I thought about doing was adding some bling on here to the front of the box. Some chain bling. Overkill. Don't need it. Okay. Not that. Alrighty. Well, that's fine. So, I have used a lot of waxes. I used a really pretty pink wax, shimmer wax. Buffed it on the edges and then, you know, glued everything else on. So, I think that's where there on this for right now. I'm still thinking about this. I love this little heart and I would like to have the hearts on there. Now, I'm pretty sure I do have some in my box. Give me a minute to look. I know I have smaller ones than what I have right here. But I know I also... No, that's a heart one. I mean, those are... I have silver, but I also know I have gold somewhere. you know, these little goodies. It's like, well, do I want to put some? Yeah, I do. If I have gold ones, which I swear that I do. Give me a minute. You know, I have so many bit boxes now that I have lost track of where I put everything. I have so much stuff. This is why I don't do this on camera, because there is so much that I have to go through, which I'm blessed. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. I just don't know where I put those. I know I have them. I just bought some. Literally just bought some, and I don't know where I put them. I thought, oh, it'll be fine. I'll be able to find them real easy. Not. I don't know, guys. Okay. I just have too many charms and things. It's getting tough when you have a lot of charms. I bought too many over the years, and, you know, I just fit them wherever they fit, right? So then I forget where I put them. Where did I put those charms, guys? Okay, well, if I find them. I like the silver ones, but I definitely want gold. I know I have some pink and gold. I have a bunch of pink charms too, and I don't know where I put all those either. So it's kind of frustrating to not know where your stuff is. It really is. Yeah, I know I bought a lot of these. Maybe I only bought silver. Maybe I didn't buy the gold ones like Doreen has. Give us. I'm gonna have to look at my purchase things and see if I did buy them, and I'm just not seeing them right in front of me, you know. Can't think where else I have charms. I mean, I have charms everywhere in my room, don't get me wrong, because I used to make purses and things, and I always hung charms on the zippers. So I have a bunch from that, and then from everything else as well. So it's like, they could be anywhere. All right, well, I'm going to stop right there. I think this is real pretty. What do you guys think? I think it's gorgeous. I may put some glitter on the rose. I just don't know what color I want. Do I want diamond? Excuse the banging. Let's see about putting some here. And on this edge, turn our box. Beautiful sunny day in California. What's your weather like? It's sunny, 70. It was super foggy this morning because we get coastal fog coming in off of the Monterey Bay. That's where we get ours. And a little bit from Santa Cruz, but mostly from the Monterey Bay. So when it's foggy over there, it is foggy over here. Comes inland. The heat brings it in. The hotter it gets, the deeper the fog. I mean, sometimes you can't even see outside at night. You look across the street and I can't even see Joe's house, so it's crazy. It was really foggy this morning. So it keeps us cool. So we're only 70, which is nice. We're coastal inland. I guess you could call us inland because we're not like at the beach, but we're very close. We're only a 45-minute drive. In traffic. Well, used to be. It's probably over an hour now. I don't really know. Oh yeah, that's pretty. There we are. Just wanted to add a little bling bling. We'll let it dry. Let me see what time we're at, how we're doing. Can you see all the pretties? Can you see everything? I know, I don't blame you guys for complaining about not being able to see. My bad. Okay. There you are. And there's the rose. Okay, so let's let that dry. I probably will want to do something on the inside of the cover. Look at this paper. It's so dimensional. Doesn't it look like the roses are right there? I definitely want to put something on there. I'm just not sure what yet. I mean, it's such a beautiful paper. I think I'm going to keep the box simple, but this is to hold our spools, our wooden spools. Now, I painted them this morning, the second side, so give me a minute, and I will bring back what I've been working on. Okay, they should all be dry now. I decided to go with a pink. It's a, oh gosh, let me put this by the window so it'll dry quicker. But those are going to go inside this box. So that's how they're going to be stored. So I'm going to move the box for the moment. Alrighty. So now we're supposed to do, these are our bobbins. Now this is the back side, so I'm going to flip it to the front. Just painted those today. I think they're dry. They feel dry. Yep, I think they're dry. I just used a bit of chalk paint that I had in my stash for years and years. And I think it's a good one. Let me do a little wipe off here. So now the next part of this challenge is to decorate these. There we go. I have to tell you, tell them on myself. I was painting those on my desk with a big clear mat right over my pink mat. Thought I was doing good, and I looked up and the whole front of my iPad had spots all over it where I had brushed it across, and I guess the bristles just sprayed the whole front of my iPad with pink paint. Oh my gosh, I panicked. I was able to clean it off. I freaked out. I did. I was like, no. So we have 3 basics that don't have the lovely etching in it, and then we have 3 that do. So you can choose, I believe, if I remember correctly looking at the website, that you can pick whether you want them plain or you want them decorative, because the goal is to wrap lace on these. Now I have some lace. We do have this in our shop. So, which, you know, you guys know what shop that is, right? So you don't have to worry about that. My shop, which I'm going to give a plug for, is Design, Journal, and Supply, and that's where we get our laces. So the whole goal is to take and wrap your beautiful laces around and store them on these stunning bobbins. Now, I have to go buy some more because I absolutely adore these. I would even leave them plain wood. I mean, I did it for this project, but I think I would just give them a good, you know, make sure they're good and smooth, which I think they are. I don't think I have to sand them, you know, and use them for my lace. So as you can see, this is the whole goal. But what we're supposed to do is do something with this. So I definitely want to do that. I'm going to leave this one as is. So I'm going to, I've done that layer. Give me just a minute. I'm going to rewrap one more time. What I have here is about 10 yards of lace, and I'm not going to wrap it all in here right now. But at some point, I am going to put my stash of laces that we also have in the shop on my set that I bought for myself. Because remember, I try not to put anything in the shop that I don't think that I wouldn't use, or that I don't use, I should say. Real literally, it's everything I use. Because you guys asked for it. Where could you get it? You know, and the whole bit. So don't mind me. I'm doing this for a reason. I'm going to show you what it is in 2 seconds. Okay. There's a reason I'm wrapping this in front of you. Now, I do want to put a pin back here. Now, I can either use a straight pin, a pretty white, pearly straight pin, or I could use a lovely bulb pin, B-U-L-B, bulb pin. Shoot, you know, I've got them in colors. In pink would be really pretty, right? But I think for right this minute, oh no, I need the bulb pin. Never mind, I do need them. So, pardon me, I thought I got everything for the video. I didn't know if I was going to have time to get to this because, honestly, I'm right next to you. You just, can't see me. What was I saying? I just scared myself. Oh my goodness, you guys. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Oh, we have a big helicopter coming in, so I don't know if I could yell over it or not. Can I? I don't think that was the hospital helicopter. I think that was the CDF, which is our... Oh, by the way, did I tell you we have CDF stationed here as well at our airport, which is a couple miles away from my house. We have the big CDF bomber, Bourgeois bombers they use to put out all of the forest fires in California. Well, we have a station here, a big station. And landing pad, what do you call it, landing strip? Airstrip? Airstrip, that's it. Anyway, we have the airstrip here. So we do get the big Bourgeois bombers come through, the helicopters, the firefighters. Some of them are stationed at our little firehouse right here down the street from me. So we do have all of that going on around here. And in the summer, oh, it can be so noisy when there's a fire somewhere in California. So anyway, I'm very proud of our guys. So here we have this, and I want to, trying to figure out how I want to do this. So I'm going to go one more and come across the top in the front. I don't even know how many yards that is. I don't care. I'm going to cut that off, right? I'm going to take that and move that. See, it's on this flimsy little card. It's so much better on that wood bobbin. Oh my gosh, I love these. Okay, now I have all these colors of bulb pins, and I definitely want the pink one or a white one. Either one's okay. Maybe we'll do that one. Let's see what we think of that. Put that over there. And now what I want to do is I took and I made, well, they're not all completely done, but I did do some journaling cards and little tags to hang on here on the front of this. So what do I have? And then I went ahead and mounted this way. I can write on the back what the lace is if I know, right? And then what the amount is. Like if it's 10 yards, 15, 20, whatever. What I might do is I might go on this side. No, I could go here. I want to go here and put it on this way, or do I want to go that way? Well, more than likely I might stand these up in the box, so I definitely could go like this. Let's do it. Let's see how I like it. Well, these are fairly sharp pins, but the paint that they put on the bulb pins, see, and then this lets you flip it over and write your details, right? So I love that, but I wanted to add like little goodies. So I did mount this on some card. So let's see, I don't know if my scissors will cut through this because it's very thick. Oh yeah, cuts like butter. These are I bought these brand new embroidery scissors. Very long, very sharp on Amazon. I hate to give them a plug. They have been messing with me so bad lately that I'm mad at them at the moment. So I'll keep it to myself. But anyway, that's where you can get these scissors if you really want some. Or any little shop that sells. Hold on a minute. I'm concentrating a little bit. Notions, like sewing notions, but I got these on Amazon. Yeah. Now, where's my... I do want some, I'm using spun silk on things, which is the color that I also went around a lot of my things with. Now, when I painted these, I purposely did not, I did a dry brush, and I didn't make it perfect. I wanted them to be shabby. I can go back later if I want and ink them to make them even more shabby, more vintage, more antique looking. I don't know if I will because I kind of like the way they look right now. So it just depends what I think. Now, I like the idea of like a little perfume bottle hanging in the front. So let me got this new little punch too. This is like a mini, like an 1/8 inch punch, the tiniest little punch you've ever seen. I've never seen one smaller. Puts a dinky little hole in there. I don't even know if you could see that, but anyhow, of course, now I've got this all on there. And I did use a rose gold eyelet here. Now, I didn't think about that. Do I have rose gold eyelets? I do, but I don't know if I like that better than the pink, maybe. Let me see. No, they look more coppery than rose gold. So I'm gonna keep with the pink. I'm kind of happy with those right now. Could do the white too, because I have white ones. I do have white pins here. So I've got the white and the pink, which I think are appropriate. So let me just hang this here. And then I feel like it also will need some kind of a pretty like dangle. I'll have to make some pretty, well, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Let me see. I have a box of dangles made. Okay. Not that. Let me see if I have anything that would be pretty on there. Those are really big pieces. I don't want anything that big. I want something pretty. Oh, there we go. Like a small pink pearl. Or a little like charm like this. Which I could just take off of what it's on and add it to there. I have all kinds of pretty things on a dangle. I really do. I've got tons of stuff on dangles. So really I could just put any of this on there. It would be fine. This is vintage. This is a little vintage from a bracelet that I had. Let me see if I could flip it over the top of this and not have to undo it. Am I going to get lucky? Am I? Yes. Ah. Look at that. Very pretty. Isn't that pretty? So my intention was to decorate up these bobbins as well. Add some jewels and some things. So I think I would do that on these because they don't have anything on them. Whereas these are already kind of decorated. So, I mean, I could put like a little bit of jewels or something on the top of that. But I like the idea of using bits from the kits, different kits that she has, and just put them on there that you could just add some stuff. Still missing something. I think it's missing some bits and pieces is what I think it's missing. Let me see what else Doreen had in here. I know there was a piece I was thinking about. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, yeah. Maybe this one. Might be too big on there. Might cover up the bobbin too much. Gosh, here we go again. Take everything off. Now I have to decide though, do I want it in the back? Which I might. Or do I want to cover up the perfume bottle more? I think it'd be best to get your dangle all done and then add it to the one you want, the lace or the, you know, what you want to add it to. Oh, that's super pretty. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I love it. But my original intention was to add all kinds of pearls and things to the bobbins. I think I'm going to turn my gun back on. There we are. So this is one way to make pretty things that you could put in your box. I'll show you what I have in mind. I think the boxes had, where did I put the box? I moved it. Oh, there we go. Put it closer to the window. It's not dry yet, I'm sure. Nope. That stuff takes forever to dry, so I'm gonna have to be careful. But if you have it here, then you could put it up like this in your box. Or you could go like that. You could go like that. That way you could get like 2 across and just store them. I could add a little thing on the inside, like a ribbon to keep it from, you know, falling down. But the whole point is to make pretty things to put in your pretty box. So there you have that. What do we think of that? I definitely would decorate this up with some lace and some beads. I would definitely decorate the pieces that are on there, you know, a little bit more. Where are we on time here? Okay, we're coming up on time, but you get an idea of where I was going with all of this. Now I do have some goodies I wanted to use. I'm going to pull those out and see if we want to do a little more decorating while we have some time. I definitely need to do some more cutting so I can hang some of these. But I did cut out a bunch of bits to hang on all of these. So, don't you just love these lipsticks? Oh my gosh, they are to die for. I think they'd be fabulous hanging on the front of one of these cards. Wouldn't they? Super feminine, gorgeous. Make your sewing room or your craft room or your bedroom even look gorgeous with these things on here. You could wrap necklaces around these cards. You don't have to just put lace on them. Can definitely put ribbon, jewelry. I'm trying to think what else we could wrap on there. Bracelets. If you've got the stretchy bracelets, it would be great on those cards. So yeah, look at this one. I definitely, you know, it's hard to get all the white. So, because this is a very thick card, which is really difficult to cut super smooth. Someone of my neighbors is running a drill, of course. Wasn't doing that a minute ago when I started the video. And I can also see me using, on all of these bits and pieces, some stickles. I did use them on these cards. I did put stickles on these. I don't know if you can see them. See these all these cards. Let's see if I can show you. See, they all have a bit of stickles just to give them some dimension. Sorry, I got camera going nuts. There we go. So you can see. So I think I will go back and add that to these little bits that I just did, because see this one? Isn't that pretty? And I can see that hung from a pretty ball pin, gold or silver or whatever your color is that you're working with. I like the gold and silver together. So you could see that'd be really pretty on the front of, say, one of these cards or stacks. Let's see, how many stacks did I do? That one doesn't have a thing in it yet, but these do. So like if I want to add that to this, isn't that pretty? Yeah, that's really pretty. So definitely going to add some stickles to those. So I have some more work to do there. But I was thinking here, this might be too thick to put on there. I'm not sure. Let me move this so I don't end up knocking that all off. Let me put it up there so I can get some more air. I have all these lovely bits and pieces. We can use, excuse me a minute. Excuse me. Oh, something came in the window. Yikes. Yeah, see, I was afraid if I put, pardon me, too much on the top, it would cover up all the pretty scroll work there. But I don't think that's impossible, especially if you're adding, you know, you want to add your tags to go this way. That would be lovely because they could hang off of that and the lace that you have. So that's a possibility. I also have some of this beautiful stuff. But I was thinking mainly, since those are already pretty, you know, heavily decorated, that maybe we might want to put it on some of the ones that don't have anything at the top. It might be real pretty. So let's see. Glue gun's hot again. I am going to put a little bit of Fabri-Tac on here because I don't want this pearl falling off. And even if I'm hot gluing, I still feel like it's best to get a bit of Fabri-Tac on there. So now I have wiped these all down with a cloth. Where'd my cloths go? I had them with me. And kind of buffed them up with just a dry wipe, which you can do. It's a way to sand without sanding, without sandpaper. Been doing this for years. Okay, so now I want to make sure that's good and clean up here. Can you do a paper towel as well? Okay, then I want to add some lace to the top of this bobbin. Oh, that would be very pretty. And then when you do wrap it, it's going to be gorgeous. So I'm going to cut it right about there. I'm going to add a little Fabri-Tac to keep it from running across the ends. I know some ladies use a lighter. I have set ribbon and fabric on fire before. I'm terrified of fire, so not happening here. Those of you who do it are brave. G. Kerr does it. Oh gosh, she's good with that lighter, but it just scares me to death. I see how she does it with my luck. I set my thumbnail on fire or some stupid thing. So I don't know how she does it, but she's good at it, you guys. Ouch, that's hot, by the way. This is a really mega hot mini glue gun. I've previewed this. I have a, obviously I like it. I'm still using it. Now, one thing I might do, because I'm not sure I like that I lose my shape of the bobbin, is that I think I would trim it to kind of match. There we go. Like cut it back a little bit, maybe. Yeah. There we go. Oh, of course I unstuck it. So now one thing about hot glue, when it's cold, it doesn't, if you put it right down over the other glue that's there, it will reheat it. And should stick this time. I'm not a huge fan of hot glue anymore. I used to be, but I thought maybe I should on this one just because I'm working with paint versus, but it's real easy to pull this off with hot glue. So if I want to change it and I'm not happy with it. Now I could put that on both sides, which would be pretty. So when you wrap whatever lace, I could wrap more of a white lace or a different lace on there. That would be lovely. I'm going to do the one side and see what I think. Let that dry. I have another one here, so I'm going to use something else. I'm going to use this other one. I'm going to leave that there. I don't want to put that pin in there so I don't lose it. And let's do this one. Where's the beginning of this? I don't want to run my thumb over it to find out. Really don't want any blood anywhere. Alrighty, let's see, where'd it go? Oh, must have had a little bit of glue on it, because I do glue the ends of these at times to keep them from getting damaged. Oh, look at that on the edge. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so again, I am going to do the glue because I don't want this to come apart when I do. Makes the glue tacky pretty quickly so you can cut through it. All right, now let's go like that. Okay, let's get out our glue gun. Oh, I need a new stick in there. For those of you who don't know, one of the things I do, and I saw a crafter, not a journal maker, do this. She just sticks the hot glue onto the end of the one that's already in there. Just be careful not to glue your stick into your glue gun. Yeah. You know what? Before I do that, I didn't wipe this one off very good. That way any loose paint, dirt, whatever, and it should make the glue gun work better. I should probably just do half at a time. It probably would work better. Of course, make sure you do a straight line if you're going to do something where it might show. Oopsie. Now that goes off the edge. I have to decide if I want to cut that off. So I'm going to let that go for a minute. Oh, yeah, no, I don't like that. There we go. So you have two different designs here. I think it's going to need to be on each end. I don't have a ton of this, but I think it's all right to do that, you know. So I think I will decorate both sides and then, you know, wrap it with lace and hang the cards on it. So probably the next time we get together, you will see it all decked out and ready to go. Now I can take my inker and go around the edges. Now I could use the vintage photo. I'm debating whether I want to make it more vintage or leave it like that. Now, what else did I bring? Did I bring something else? It seems like I did. I brought another one. These match my pink cards, which is why I chose the pink paint, was to go with my other, you know, bobbins that I use. I want to see what I think of this one. Oh, that's pretty too. Put that on there, and then I could add some pearls and some bling on the edges. That would be very pretty. Again, this is something I would do some glue on just to make sure that it's not going to come apart on me, right? So it's always best to, be sure. I have a wet one here. I don't know if that's going to work. Ew. Yeah, Fabri-Tac is messy. Messy, sticky, whatever you want to call it. I think I might have chosen the wrong set to cut. Oops. Okay, well, that's fine too. And then you would just put it on like this. And you can add your pearls or your rhinestones or your bling or your diamante, whatever you like. Whoops, I didn't mean to use that. Such a habit for me. I guess it won't hurt to have both on there. I don't know. Chemists say you shouldn't mix your glues because you can get a chemical reaction. That could be bad for you and for what you're making. So I know a lot of people like to mix glues, but everything I read says not to do that, that you can get a bad chemical reaction doing it. So, you know, I don't know. I'm not a chemist. Imagine my brother-in-law who could tell me. He had multiple PhDs in chemistry. He's a crystallographer in his day. Unfortunately, he had a pretty massive stroke that has affected his memory, so I guess he probably couldn't tell me anymore. Makes me sad. He was one of the top 10 minds in the country, my brother-in-law, Ben. Yeah, they're going through a rough time right now. Oh, gosh, there we go. So you could put that on there and add some gorgeousness coming down through there. You can see I made a nice mess trimming that one up, didn't I? All right, so you get the idea of where we're going with this. What did I do with the one that, oh, there we go. Yeah, where I'm going with this. So I think I'm going to work on this some more. I want to add some really pretty stuff to the bottom. I think this would be really pretty on the card down here. Yep. That would also make it go better with everything else that's, you know, in the box. This does have strings, so I will glue over those before I cut because I don't want all the pearls to fall off. I've done that before. I've cut things thinking, oh, it'll be fine, and then pretty soon you hear bink, bink, bink. Just did it when I cut some applique the other day. Oh man, I was so mad at myself. Beautiful vintage antique, well, not vintage, antique pearls falling off of some wedding dress applique. I could have shot myself. I thought I put glue on it. I thought I put enough, but I didn't. Talk about being mad at yourself as you see these beautiful old pearls falling off and you're and there's no putting them back on. I mean, I could, but if I was making a wedding dress, I would, but not for ephemera. That kind of work is time consuming. And my hands are not, don't have as much dexterity as they used to with arthritis and, you know, the medications. It makes my hands shake. So yeah, I can't do that kind of work like I'd like to. Although I think I'm going to try getting back to some slow stitching. Rachel at Roxy Creations came out with a beautiful line of fabrics based on her digitals. She sold out in like less than an hour. The minute I saw them come up, I bought them because I knew I was going to want the fabrics that look just like her digitals, because I have all of her digitals. So why wouldn't I want her fabric too? I didn't buy a huge amount, but I'm kind of kicking myself. I should have bought more when I had a chance. But it's coming out of Italy, so as you know, so that's going to be quite pricey, and the shipping was crazy. So, which I don't mind paying. I really don't, for quality stuff. But like I said, I'm kicking myself for not buying more. But next time she has another set of fabrics come out, she sold out, literally sold out, and soap like that. It was amazing. Yep, I've got to do some stuff. But yeah, I think when you add it all up and you zhuzh it up, I don't know if I'm going to zhuzh this with some bling. I had originally planned to put like diamantium pearls all on there, and I may still, we'll see. That was my original thought. But then I really like these cards hanging from these. So, and that I'm going to do the same for these. These all, I have cards cut for each one of these. Like there's something cut to hang on every single one. So when I finish these, we will do that, right? So I'm going to move a few things off my table since I have so much on my table. I'm going to leave these here because this is all part of our play. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. Play today. So let's kind of clean up a little bit of our mess, just a bit. And this is what we did today, guys. I think it's a lot of fun. I'm going to be spending my afternoon and the next few days working on finishing these and deciding if there's anything else, you know, I want to add to this beautiful box, this gorgeousness. So here she is once again. And I think that this plays along very nicely with that one. I think it's going to make a stunning set. So this is our collaboration with Red Hill Fiber. I think I said that right. Did I say that right? Let me look. Red Hill Fiber and Bird Bar Designs and Ooh La La Vintage Treasures. So thanks for coming along. I will see you all very soon. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.